Abandoned houses stand as silent witnesses to time, their walls holding stories long forgotten. But some of these deserted places contain secrets far darker than peeling wallpaper and broken windows. From eerie discoveries left behind to chilling evidence of past horrors, these homes reveal mysteries that refuse to fade. Join us as we explore 5 unsettling finds inside abandoned houses that continue to baffle and terrify. Some abandoned houses feel like mere relics of the past, but this particular mansion appeared as if its occupants had vanished overnight. When urban explorers stepped inside, they were met with an eerie sight: personal belongings still neatly arranged, clothing hanging in wardrobes, and even food left to rot on the kitchen table. What made this house even more disturbing was the fact that a fine layer of dust coated everything, indicating years of abandonment. Yet, it seemed as if someone had left in a hurry, leaving behind photo albums, letters, and even expensive jewelry. The house, which had once belonged to a wealthy businessman, was said to have been abandoned after a mysterious tragedy struck the family. Among the most unsettling discoveries was a calendar, its last marked date over 2 decades old. But what really sent chills down the spines of those who entered was a child's room, filled with toys and a bed still made, as if waiting for its owner to return. Who had lived here? Why did they leave so suddenly? And why had nothing been taken? Some say the mansion is cursed, its past too horrifying to be revealed. Not all abandoned houses are empty shells. Some hold evidence of events best left forgotten. In a seemingly ordinary abandoned home, explorers found a room that stood out from the rest. While most of the house showed signs of decay, this particular room remained eerily preserved, as if untouched by time. On the wooden floor, a dark stain had seeped into the grain. At first they thought it was water damage, but as they looked closer, the grim truth became apparent. It was blood. Tests later confirmed that it belonged to a missing person whose case had never been solved. Even more disturbing was the discovery of deep scratches along the inside of a closet door. Had someone been trapped there, desperately trying to escape? The house had once belonged to a reclusive man known for his strange behavior, but he had disappeared without a trace. Some say his secrets remain hidden within those walls, waiting for someone brave enough to uncover them. Dolls are meant to be toys, but when left behind in an abandoned house, they take on an entirely different meaning. In a forgotten Victorian-style home, urban explorers uncovered a collection of dolls, hundreds of them, scattered across every room. Each doll had its own peculiar appearance, some missing eyes, others dressed in tattered clothing. But the most unnerving discovery was in the attic, where a single chair sat in the center of the room, surrounded by dolls positioned as if watching something, or someone. As they inspected further, they found a diary belonging to a girl who once lived there. Her writings spoke of an imaginary friend who whispered to her at night, urging her to do things she didn't want to. The final entry simply read, "I can't make them stop watching." Who had left the dolls behind, and why? Had they been arranged like that by someone, or something, that still lurked within the house? The eerie silence that filled the rooms suggested that the dolls had witnessed more than they ever should have. Some abandoned houses hold secrets of crime and corruption, their walls hiding untold stories of the underworld. One such place was a grand mansion, once owned by a wealthy businessman, suspected of having ties to organized crime. Though the mansion had been left to decay, it still contained relics of its sinister past. Expensive suits remained hanging in closets, luxury furniture sat gathering dust, and, most disturbingly, hidden compartments were found within the walls, filled with old documents, unmarked keys, and even counterfeit money. But the most shocking find was in the basement. Behind a concealed door was a soundproofed room, its walls lined with chains and restraints. What had taken place here? Authorities who later investigated suspected that it had been used for interrogations, or worse. Rumors swirled that the mansion had been abandoned after a brutal crime took place within its walls, but no official reports confirmed what had happened. To this day, those who visit the site report an overwhelming sense of unease, as if the spirits of its past refused to be forgotten. Most people expect abandoned houses to be empty, but some carry echoes of their former residents in chilling ways. One such house, left untouched for decades, held an eerie surprise, messages scrawled across its walls. Unlike graffiti left by trespassers, these messages appeared old, written in faded ink. The most unsettling part? The handwriting changed from room to room, as if multiple people had left their final thoughts behind. Phrases like, "she is watching," and "don't listen to the whispers," were scribbled on bedroom doors. In the basement, an even more disturbing discovery was made, a mirror with a single message etched into the glass: "I'm still here." Investigators later found that the house had been the site of a tragic event. A woman, said to have suffered from severe delusions, had lived there alone for years, claiming to hear voices from the walls. When she disappeared, no one came looking for her, and the house remained frozen in time. Did she leave these messages as a warning, or had someone, or something, else been writing them? Abandoned houses are more than just forgotten structures. They are filled with stories that defy explanation. Some hold evidence of tragedies long buried, while others seem to be frozen in time, waiting for someone to uncover their secrets. But one thing remains certain: stepping into an abandoned house means stepping into the unknown. Which of these discoveries haunted you the most? Have you ever encountered something eerie in an abandoned place? Let us know in the comments.